Last year, we met Josh and Destiny. You see, Josh was demanding a paternity test for their daughter, Salem, because he didn't believe he was her father. In the end, the result of the DNA test proved that Josh was, in fact, her dad. Now, as fate would have it, that result kind of opened up an emotional wound for Josh. And that's why he and Destiny are back today in need of another test. So, before I explain what that is, take a look at their last appearance. Josh was walking down a bad road. He was in a gang. You straightened him out.
Yes, he has changed 180%, completely flipped everything around.
How did all the DNA drama start?
Instantly, people messaging saying she looks nothing like him. Is that even his daughter?
How about your mom?
I am very upset at my mom, too. Anytime we have an argument, he instantly calls her.
This situation right now has devastated you.
Because she's the mother of my child. This is supposed to be my second chance of being a father. I had my first kid got taken away from me because of the lifestyle I was living in.
Why are you doing all this? Because of some rumors?
Because of your actions.
She was stepping out on you around the time she got pregnant?
I was out of town. Whenever I came back, I went through her phone and I seen that she was taking nudes and sending them to her exes and stuff.
I had not been with my ex in almost a year when I got pregnant with my daughter.
He had past experiences with it. It's always been that way.
You say this is affecting you, well then stop getting involved.
I have to get involved when Josh comes to my house or he calls me crying.
The only reason I call your mom is because I need somebody to support me in those times when you're not there.
In the case of 8-week-old Salem, Josh, you are the father.
I told you, okay? So stop doubting her.
So, those results caused Josh to re-examine his own painful paternity situation with a man named Rick. You see, growing up, Josh believed that Rick was his biological father. But when Josh was 9 years old, Rick abandoned him, disappeared for 13 years. Now Rick is here, and he's eager to find out if Josh is indeed his son. So, growing up, who did you think your father was?
I was led to believe it was Rick until my mom told me otherwise whenever I was 10 years old.
You think he's your father?
I hope he is.
So, Josh, apparently there's somebody very close to you who is dead set on proving that Rick is not your father. Who is that?
That's my cousin Shelby. That's where I was dropped off at, and his mother and his dad took me in, and I was raised with him as my brother.
What do you think about Shelby, Destiny, and his views?
I don't think it's his business. I don't think it's my business.
Why is it your business, Shelby?
I'm like his older brother. My parents took him in whenever he was 9, and they raised him just like he was their own.
Why are you discouraging the possibility that Rick is his father?
You didn't get to see the disappointment in his eyes whenever Christmas come around and his dad wasn't there.
I understand that.
You didn't have to deal with
that.
all them birthdays that he missed. Hey, I didn't.
Well, first of all, why don't you congratulate Destiny for helping your cousin turn around his life?
Congrats.
We don't get along, Maury.
I can tell. Why don't you get along, Shelby?
She seems controlling.
I'm not controlling. It's Josh makes bad, impulsive decisions, and I make him think about it before he reacts. So he
He's
usually
a guy.
ends up backing out of whatever he was going to do. Okay, he needs guidance. Look how far he's come with guidance.
Last night, Rick sat down with my producers to try to explain why he disappeared for over a decade.
When Josh was 9, he was headed down a bad path. I had no choice but to send him to family members to try to get him straight. We lost contact, and that killed me inside. I thought about my little boy every day. I don't doubt that he's mine for a second. I'm just sorry I wasn't around to help him grow up. I don't even need this DNA test. It's everyone else that's put these ideas into Josh's head. I will prove today that I am his father. I would do anything to get back these 13 years that we were apart. I need these results so Josh will give me a second chance.
So, welcome Rick to the show, joining us from Clarksville, Arkansas. Rick, you're convinced he's your son.
Yes, Maury, I am. In my heart, I believe he's mine.
If you had no doubts that he was yours, what the heck happened 13 years ago?
He was on a bad path. He was stealing, destroying property, getting in trouble in school.
At 8 and 9 years old.
Yes.
And so you dropped him off at his relative's house.
You know, I never told him this at that time, but I was warned that if he wasn't to straighten up, something was going to happen. He kept getting in trouble, so I sent him to family. I figured that was a better place for him to be.
Did you hear about these rumors that you might not be the father?
Yeah, I've heard them a few times.
What do you think about it?
I mean, it makes me wonder, but like I said, it doesn't matter. He's my son, and he always will be.
If he's your son, why'd you abandon him?
I didn't abandon him. I did what I thought was best at the time.
Sometimes parents have to make hard decisions, even if it doesn't look like the best option.
You don't run away
There's-
from your problems.
It was better that he was with family than some state custody or in prison or jail.
So how come around Thanksgiving time or right before that, why'd you get in touch? Why did there was a connection? How come?
Believe it or not, to anybody that's listening, I did try to find him. I looked on social media. I lost the phone that had numbers in it and a tire shredder at work. I had no phone numbers for anybody.
And you started a kind of a new relationship. You went over there. You brought presents for their kids.
Yes, sir. I'm making an effort,
Okay.
and I understand if he doesn't want a second shot. You know, I do understand that.
I want to just ask one person before I read this result. Shelby, do you want me to prove that he's Josh's father or not?
With life, we gotta roll with punches. Bring on that DNA.
In the case of 23-year-old Josh, Rick, you are the father.
Yes. I knew it.
I'm happy that you are my dad. I knew you was.
Guess what, Rick? What you wanted, what Josh wanted, obviously what Destiny wanted, has come true. So that 13-year absence can be eradicated right now, okay? You have a new life together. You are not the father.